This is Stampy, and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video, and another video inside of Stampy's lovely world. Good morning, William Beaver. Good morning, Polly Reindeer. Good morning, Fizzy Elephant. You need to be careful, William, because you remember a while ago, guys, when we were building the pier, and William Beaver died, and I assumed he was blown up by a creeper. It turned out he was playing around with a trident, and that was why he died. And apparently, he has not learnt his lesson. It's not a prank if you tell me to do it, Fizzy. Like you need to act like you don't know what's happening. Maybe like if you wander in and be like you're looking for a seagull, and then you just happen to stand there, and then I'll flap it down. Then it feel like a good prank. Okay. Oh, Fizzy. You there just looking for a seagull? I think I spotted one. You might see it if you stand at the end of my little balcony. And then go a little bit forward again. Ha ha! Oh dear. I'm as good as a pranking YouTube channel. Anyway, let's go and have my breakfast. Nom 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 nom. Delicious. That was just about as genuine. Let's go grab Barnaby and go and pick him up. Good morning, Barnaby. And yeah, let's go and head down to the love garden, and I will let you all know who it is that I'm adding to it. And then we've got a busy day. We've got loads of stuff we're going to do today, and I'll be honest, there's just no chance that we're going to get it all done today. I just have a very busy schedule, and it's all happen to be doing on the same day, so I'm just not going to stress about it, and I'm just going to say we'll get as much done as we can, and then we will have a big smile on our face. We will not crunch. We will not overwork ourselves. Anyway, today to the love garden, I'm adding Larkin the Lad, and that is for this really cool rendition of where I am right now, the underground section of my love garden. But they did it where it's really all overgrown. There's none of the signs, it's just flowers, but that's probably because they didn't want to write everyone's name in. And it just looks so cool. I love the way the glowstone is round, because obviously it's like a more realistic version of Minecraft. And loads of people have done fan art of my love garden, but very few have done the secret basement of my love garden. So thank you so much for doing that, Larkin, and welcome to my love garden. All right then, let's go drop Barnaby off at the doghouse, and then we are going over to the pier, which I did finish in the last episode, but we do have a couple things we need to do there. First things first, you may remember that I was doing a parkour challenge where you need to try and jump up to get to the flower, and it was too difficult / I was too bad. So I've made it easier. So what I thought we could do is have a little competition, and whoever could do the parkour the best will win a prize. And I'll explain what the prize is. But first, Barnaby, you can sit there, and who haven't I had in a while? Flippy, I don't think you've joined me for a little while. So you can stand up and you can join me. And then helpers, let's all head over to the new pier, and I'll explain what the prize is. So basically, whoever can do the parkour and jump their way up to the top of the flower will have the grand honor of naming the pier, because the pier at the moment doesn't have a name. So we need to come up with a name. I couldn't really think of a very good name, and so I thought I would outsource the naming, and maybe my helpers would be able to come up with it. So yeah, not much has changed since the last episode. Like, all of the pier was done. So all I've done is I've done what you might assume would make it more difficult, but I've basically spread out all of the drip leaves because they were closer together. But it just means like when you're jumping up, there's like a more even pace, because you used to have to kind of sprint jump and then stop, and then sprint jump and stop, and then sprint jump and stop, which would be fine. But because you're on a drip leaf, you're always against the clock. So you want to do it as fast as possible. So tell you what, everyone form a queue. I think if we queue just kind of along here, because then you're ready to line up, and we'll just keep going. So obviously you can't go too quick after the next person because the drip leaves need to go back up, but we'll just do like a constant stream. We'll just keep going until someone ends up on the top of the petal. So go ahead, William. Do you want to go first? Actually, I would say we go straight away. I kind of just want to watch William's first attempt. Oh, look at him go! Ooh! Okay, that was an incredible first attempt there by William. And I'm doing pretty good as well. Oh, I fell at the same place. So that seems to be the tricky bit. That's where you need to kind of run for a little bit and jump right to the end. Like, every failure isn't really a failure. It's just part of the learning experience. And no, Fizzy took his time a bit too much there. It was a bit of it. It's quite a sharp turn, and he broke his momentum, and then the drip leaf got him. Oh, this is really fun, actually. Right, Polly having her first attempt. Oh, an early slip. But as I said, it's not a failure. It's just learning how to succeed. That's all she was doing there. William is doing very, very good. Oh no, but that slip. Fizzy's in the lead so far, though. He's made it further than anyone. Let's see if I will be able to make it even further than that. So this is the tricky part. You need to do a big jump. And oh, that was pretty good, though. I think that was about the same as what Polly just did. Fizzy seems to be the elephant to beat right now. Has made it further than anyone else. It was just that turn there that got a little bit tricky. Can he do it now? Oh, no, he did the exact same. He did the exact same as last time. And I shouldn't laugh, Fizzy, because I've not even reached that bit yet. So I haven't even learned how to tackle that. By the way, I've not ever done, like, I was working out a bit when I was building it, but I've not had a successful attempt yet. So I've made it to the final drip leaf, and I realized that it would be possible, but I failed because I had to turn too suddenly. So I just wanted to make sure it was possible, but I've never successfully done this. But maybe I will be able to successfully do it now. Oh, that's where it gets tricky. The first bit's quite easy because it's quite like a smooth turn. But then when you get to that bit near the end, you have to turn quite suddenly. And that's when it starts to get really, really tricky. Is Fizzy going to be able to do it faster? No, it's that same bit. It's that same bit. Oh, be very careful punching, by the way, because it's very easy to break all of these strip leaves and make them fall all the way down to the ground. Oh, dear. We were meant to be starting to build like a giant minigame today. And I just know we're not going to have any time, but I don't care because this is the minigame which I'm more excited about at the moment. And oh, this is very good. Oh, very good. Oh, no. There was just one more drip leaf that he needed to jump to. But then he fell down. Right, okay, let me go again. Big run, big run, big run. Ooh, ooh. You know what? It gets tricky for me because as I turn back to face that way, I'm facing my love garden and it makes my game lag. And so I'm going to use that as an excuse for when I get closer. You know, I might even turn my draw distance down for this just so it runs a bit smoother. Oh, it might not matter. Oh, the final drip leaf. Fizzy just had one more jump to make. Oh, that was very good though, Fizzy. Right, let me, I'm genuinely going to do that. Oh, Polly, I missed most of it. I was doing the menus. I was putting my chunks down, but Polly made it to the very top. Oh, well done, Polly. I'm going to have one last go now with my ray tracing down, just to see whether it makes any difference whatsoever. Because it should just be a little bit smoother now. Oh, it does feel a bit smoother. It's still not very smooth. But you know what? That is much better. And okay, I'm happy with that. Maybe I'm going to come back in the middle of the night by my own and I'll keep training in order to get up. But you did it, Polly! You can now name the pier. Let's all go to the front of the pier and we'll have a pier naming ceremony. And we'll see what Polly has come up with and, what this new landmark in my lovely world. So no pressure, Polly, but this is going to be a standout feature and everyone's going to be singing the name of this pier as they run up and down it every day. Right, I've got to sign it. Where's Polly? There you go, Polly. There's your sign. So you can name it whatever you want. And hopefully it'll be a lovely name to go along with our lovely pier. But then I am going to build a minigame and you might be thinking, Stampy, where are you going to build a minigame? Because you normally build minigames in your Funland, but you don't have a Funland anymore. Just in case you didn't know, I don't have a Funland. Hit the Target has taken over my Funland and I'm not allowed to go in it. So I won't be building in my Funland, but I will be building right next to my Funland. Right, what does it say? Can I borrow your telescope for a second? I wish you could do bigger signs in Minecraft, would be so lovely. This is called, I can do like a dramatic reveal. I can slowly pan up. It's called Petal Plop Pier. Oh, I love it. That's a great name. And looks like the text is like sliding over the sign. That's really weird. That's a great name, Polly. Well done, and well done for winning. And I nearly gave you Fizzy's telescope. There's your telescope, Fizzy. Anyway, let's go to where we're building the minigame. It's a bit of a journey. And unfortunately, another thing that I realized is usually when I'm building something at the very back of, I nearly keep saying my Funland, but at the back of formerly Stampy's Funland, now hit the Target's Funland, I would usually use a teleporter. And my teleporter still works, I could use the teleporter, but all of the exits to the teleporters are in the Funland. So that's not very useful for me. So I realized that I'm just going to have to go the long way. And not only that, I can't even cut through the middle of the Funland. I need to go all around the outside. Because there's William doing the dolphin method next to me. I realized the helpers have no idea where we're building either. I could maybe try and give good instructions when I get there, or maybe William could relay, because I'm riding in my chest boat. And oh yeah, I can mention what the game is actually. That's a good time. I can do that while we're heading over there. So yeah, they added chest boats to the game. At first I thought, I don't know, they're a bit boring. Is there anything that they can do that would be interesting for a mini game? And then I realized that they interact with hoppers. So basically, if something's in the chest and there's a hopper underneath the boat, it will suck it out the chest, just kind of like a normal chest. And then the other side as well, if there's a hopper above it with something in, it will put that item into the chest. And so then that way you can like take items in and out of the boat while kind of just staying in it. So what the game is going to be is there's going to be some things up in the air and you need to use a fishing rod to flick the fishing rod over and it will land on top of the thing. Oh God, I'm describing this so badly. It'll be so clear soon. And then, oh, hello, frog. Yeah, you need to flip the fishing rod over so it lands on top where there'll be a pressure plate, which will drop out an item, which will land into a hopper, and then you then need to sell your boat underneath the hopper in order to suck up the item. But the thing is, all four of you are going to be in the same arena. You're all going to be in boats with chests on. So if someone else like sets off the thing to get an item, someone else could go underneath the hopper in order to steal the item from you. So if you're the one that sets it off, it doesn't mean you're guaranteed to do it. And in fact, it's harder for you because you kind of need to be a little bit back in order to have a good angle to do the fishing rod. And so it's going to be kind of a bit like bumper cars because everyone's going to be banging into each other. And then there's going to be, I think about 12 of these things, but there's only going to be one item in each of them, which means you kind of need to keep track of which ones the items have gone out of. Not just the ones you've taken, but the ones that your opponents have taken as well. And so it's going to be a big battle. And then at the end, once the time is up, you're all going to go back to your own little starting areas where there'll be another hopper, which will suck all of your items out of the chest. And then you can count up everyone's score. And then some of the ones will give you more points than others. That is a brief summary of what this game is going to be. Hopefully that made at least a bit of sense. Basically, banging into each other in boats, trying to get a bunch of items and flinging around fishing rods. That's my general overview. And so here is where I'm building it. So this is the fence. I told Hit the Target that I would not go into his Funland. And I have not gone into his Funland. But part of the deal wasn't that I can't build something right next to the Funland. So annoying as it is that Hit the Target has taken over all of these minigames and they don't belong to me, he can't stop me doing new minigames and having new ideas. And so that's what I'm going to do. And well done, helpers. Oh, whoa. There is a swarm of zombies following after you guys. I can't believe it's like the middle of the night and we have not even started building. Maybe I could build a new teleporter exit here. I might do that for the next episode so we don't have to trek over here. But anyway, let me go and let's go start building. So this is going to be like one of the entrance pods. So there's going to be well, I guess I'll place it down now. There's going to be a chest down here, which is going to be where once you've collected up all of your items, it's all going to be deposited into. So let me go make a crafting table. Oh, I got my cursor back, by the way. Something you may remember in the last few episodes, I've been moaning because my cursor wasn't here in the options, and it's because I kept looking through like the video options to try and work out how to turn it back on, but it was in the controller options, and I don't know why it was turned off in the first place. But oh well, I got it back now, so no worries. So right then, let's go and place down. So there needs to be some pink wool down here. So there's 4 different colors. We've got green, orange, like light blue, and pink as well. So as I say, this is where it's all going to be deposited to. So there's going to be a chest that will be here. And then there will be a hopper which will be poking into this chest here. And so then this is all going to be filled with water. And you're going to actually kind of sell up a little bit here in order to do it. So yeah, helpers, I guess if we all kind of just start building like one of these sides each, don't worry about the chest and stuff for now. I can always go and add them in. But if we just kind of build like the general setup. So this is going to be here. I'm going to have glass on the top of it. which is just going to stop the water overflowing, but won't stop you from being able to open the chest. And I realize I've got all of my tools on me, but apart from my shears, which I always forget because I'm normally not building out of wool, apart from when I'm building a mini game, then I always end up regretting it. But yeah, so this is where the floor is going to be here, and then this needs to go a little bit wider. And then this is going to go back by 5. And then that's going to lead to the entrance of the actual main arena. And then I'll show you kind of how that's going to be. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Don't shoot me, skeleton. 4, 5, and then yeah, so after this section it's going to drop down one bit lower, and the reason you need to go up higher is because the boat needs to be above the hopper in order for you to place stuff into it, and I didn't want to have like the chest like dug under the ground anywhere. So yeah, this is how the entrance is going to be. I'm just going to start placing down torches as I go, because otherwise this is going to start getting dangerous. So the good thing about this area here, as you can see, is like there was no ground here, which means we don't need to go and like spend the beginning of the episode just digging out a whole load of ground. We can just go and like place it all straight down on the floor. So as I said, it's going to be one bit lower, and then there's going to be stripes. So the game is going to be very, very traditional Stampy style, but I think it's going to end up looking pretty cool. So there's going to be like stripes kind of coming down here that are going to be a mixture of whatever color side this is on. As well as white as well. So this is going to go along here. This should be 11 blocks along, this whole pink side along there. And then there's going to be a stripe going down there like that, and a stripe going down here like this as well. And then all of the ones in the middle, I'll just do a few just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about, are going to be white stripes. And then these are going to all meet in the middle, and then there's going to be like a big checker pattern where they all meet. And then in the middle is where you want to go, because that's where all of the valuable ones are. So I'm hoping at the start of the game, it's going to be like a trade-off. Like, do you want to just go and grab the ones that are straight near you that you're guaranteed to get? Or do you want to go into the middle and try and get the ones that are worth more points, but there's going to be loads of people fighting over them, so there's no guarantee you're going to get them. So you've got a bit of a dilemma, and I love doing that in my mini games. I love there not being one set strategy to win, because we normally end up doing a few rounds, and it's boring if every round we do it as the same. So I like it when the strategy evolves over time. So let me just double check these dimensions. This should be 11, as I said. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. It's actually good. And this reminds me of candy for some reason. Why is this like a sweet? I'm not sure. But anyway, we're now going to use black wool, and it's going to kind of just go diagonally across here like this. So, you know what? I might alternate between black and actually, oh no, this needs to go one higher like that. Yeah, so that's going to go along there like that. So I'm going to put in the pink wool for now, but that's just so I can put the black wool down. Actually, you know what I should do so I won't get confused, and so then I can use an axe. I can just use wood. And then this, once again, needs to go along by 11, and it should link up with the green side over there. And so this is basically going to make like one big, almost like a circle, I guess, like kind of a jaggedy, hexagony circle, I guess. So it will be like one basically symmetrical game. So there's going to be black wool, then there's going to be wood, and then black wool. So let's see how many have I done so far. So it's going to be 11 including this. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, got quite a few left to go. And then 8. And then 9, I should have put the black wool and the wood next to each other. And then 10. And then, yeah, the 11. So this should be, what color was it? Green behind me? Yeah, it was green. So this should be green there. And then this should line up with what we have here. Oh, it does, because this goes 1, 2, 3 along there like that. And then it'll be 3 along on the other side as well. God, I shouldn't be so amazed that what I've designed and then built, it actually works out. But it's always a little bit happy when things work out how you expect. So yeah, these are going to stretch way out along here, and then the little bits that are going to be linking the two colors is just going to be like black and white, like checkered floor, which I think just looks quite, I mean, that's just always like just a classic design anyway. But I think it will look really good here. So I need to just basically do like white there, and then black there, and then white there. So basically just every other one is going to be black or white. And then that's just going to link those two different areas in. So this actual arena floor, it's basically just going to be like one big flat area where you can sail your boat around in. There's not going to be any other obstacles here, because the obstacles are all of the other players that you're going to be banging into the whole time while you're doing it. But then all of the hoppers are going to be just floating up above you, and then that's going to be the challenge to try and get them with fishing rods. Originally, when I designed it, I was going to do it with bow and arrows. But the problem with using bow and arrows is I was doing it where you're shooting buttons. And if you shoot the button, it stays pressed down for a minute until the arrow disappears, which was kind of just like a little bit too long. And in the end, like I was trying to work out a game like, oh, maybe you got to wait for the arrows to disappear and shoot again. But it would just mean you're just waiting around for ages, which would obviously just end up getting really, really boring. So I ended up changing that design pretty quickly and changing it to this. Oh yeah, for a while it was then shooting arrows at target blocks. In fact, I actually spent like, for what is going to end up being probably a pretty simple looking game, I spent quite a ludicrous amount of time, like not just like designing the game, but just changing my plan like constantly while I was doing it until I ended up with what we have here. And as always, I have no idea whether this game is going to be fun at all. Like I've tested it, mechanically it's all going to work, but you never know how fun a game is going to be because often there's games that you think like, oh, I don't know how fun this is going to be. And then it ends up becoming one of our favorites and we go and play it all the time. And then alternatively, there's always a bunch of games where you think like, oh, this is going to be a hit, and then you play it and it's like, nah, actually it was a little bit boring. So this one's a wild card. I am 50-50 to whether this is going to be a good game or not. But you know what? I'm pretty honest. When the game doesn't turn out to be good, I am at least normally pretty obvious and admit that. But yeah, hopefully you can see how cool the game's going to look. And oh no, oh William, uh-oh. Oh, it's so bad because you had done so much. You had done like more done than anyone else, but it was all just one block too high. Oh dear, I'm sorry, William. To be fair, as I said, like I spend literally like, you know, like sometimes a day or even two designing these games and like designing them. So I have them all like completely in my head for how they're going to look. Then I'm like, right, helpers, come in and build it. And it's like the first time they've seen any of this. They're just trying to just do it all on the fly. So yeah. Don't feel bad, William. Right, let's go and do this this wall along here like this, and then this will link up with William's side. And then maybe kind of show you a little bit on what the pattern's going to look like in the middle. But as I said, there was just not a chance that we were going to get like what we wanted to get built today done. So I won't even stress about that. I just want to get enough done so I can say we made some good progress, and then I can kind of get all of the like the floor and stuff all finished between. And then, oh look, I've done the same. I built too high, even with all of my time focusing on it. Those don't need to be there, but I'll worry about that when I have shears. Right, so what's going on here? So yeah, these link here. And so at the point, oh yeah, so when these link, it will make white wall. So yeah, all of these bits where there's white wall, it will just kind of like link up like this. But then no, because it ends up being a checkered pattern. So this will be white. But then yeah, when the colors link, it will end up making black wall. So that would be white there and white there, and then this one will be black there. And so this is where the white is. So let me be smart here and put the white and black next to each other. So yeah, so where the colors link here, this will be black wall, and then this will be white there, I think, stretching out into the middle. I think this is roughly looking right. But then, yeah, for the middle two blocks here, we will do them as just whatever color there is on each side. And the colors don't really matter. It's not going to be like you need to collect the colors of your own points. It's just to make it very easy and like obvious for where it is that you need to get back to. So here it's going to be pink wall in these two bits here. And then it will be black wall on this one here. And then this will be white linking up. So you can kind of see how we're kind of making like a checkered pattern. And so let's do this lime green side at least, just so you can see how that's going to be. So this is, yeah, that's black. So the black wall needs to go, oh no, this should be green here. This is wrong. So that would be green there. And then it'll be green at the one next to it as well. So it'll be green wall there as well. And then this will be white wall. And then the one at the end there, this will be black wall along there like that. So yeah, you can kind of see how this pattern will be. And so once it does the same on all four sides, it will be completely done. And then it will just be the white here like this, doing the same pattern. And then there's just going to be 4 bits of black wall in the middle. As I said, a very traditional Stampy design. But you know what? I have a style that I like, so I might as well stick with it. So you can kind of see what the pattern will be in the middle. And I think it just looks quite cool. Like, unfortunately, when it has the water in, you kind of can't see the pattern as well. But I think from like above, like when I was designing this game, I think it looked really cool when I was building it. But yeah, I think we'll call it for today. I think we've done plenty of enough work. We did our little mini game at the beginning. So what we'll do, as I said, is I'll finish in all of the outside areas. I won't put the water in yet, just because that would be really annoying when we build it. Then in the next episode, we can just kind of finish off these little entrances here and then do all of the floating doodads. And then we'll basically be ready to do a proper tester game of this game. And yeah, we'll see whether it's any fun. But yeah, thank you so much, helpers, for helping me and continuing to help me. Another extra GG to Polly for being the parkour champion and naming the pier. Thank you for all of you for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!